college students get free Gemini upgrade for 1 year.
Hello everyone. Are you able to see me and hear me? There was a bit delay because of the distances. It's live now, right? Okay, fine. So very good evening everyone. And yes, I hope everything is clear. Okay. So some of you were asking कहाँ चले गए? मैं यहीं पे हूँ. And Mamta is saying I want to give CAT 25. Very nice. Go ahead with this, Mamta. And most of you are there who are aiming for CAT 26 as well. So we had our first session, I think 3 days ago. हाँ, yes, Robo ji, ab aayega maza. Exactly. So our today's topic is speed math. Previously, I talked about numbers basic. In that numbers class, we talked about the basics type of questions of numbers for which there was no prerequisite. So I got some feedback. Some students said only questions kar rahe hain. We discussed that in class as well, that we were discussing only questions only, of course. And along with questions, we were discussing various concepts and we did many questions. And same way today, we are going to talk about speed maths, that is how to do better calculations. Okay? So again, there is no prerequisite. We will be learning some concepts, we will be learning some methods, and we will be applying them. Okay? So more or less, it is not as such a topic which is asked in CAT, but it is very essential for your all topics of quant as well as DI, or basically anywhere you are required to do calculations. So basically CAT is more or less seeking to check whether you have the right bend of logical thinking or not. ठीक है ना? CAT is only checking that. तो अगर आप logically सोच सकते हो, if you are able to think critically, logically, then you are fit for CAT and you are fit for IIMs. Otherwise, if you are working on rote learning methods, some specific methods, some special tricks, so that may not going to be very helpful in the examination, because exam is primarily focused on to check your logical thinking skills. Fine. So with that basic introduction, so let's start. Are you ready? If there is any query before that, any kind of query, you can ask me. Oh, there are many comments I missed. If we prepare CAT, can we crack GMAT? Certainly, Rajesh. See, the basics, the basic topics are same. The difference is about the format of the examination. So, of course, you need to aware about the format of the examination. Otherwise, basic part is same. Same quant is there, same DI part is there, same verbal part is there. Everything is same. Okay, Pranam, only CAT. Yes, exactly. Difficulty level, format, all these things are different. Otherwise, topics are same. Variety of questions are also almost same. Slight differences are always there. Okay, what next? Only CAT is ready. Nice. Mamta ji, good evening. I haven't started preparation yet. Can you please guide me for that? Which topics I need to focus more? Mamta, if you haven't started yet, so start now. If you have thought of, if you have thought of that you are to appear for CAT 25. So certainly you must start preparing now, है ना? And if you wish, I guess you can still join our last batch, or otherwise if you want to just give it a try in CAT 25, so that also fine. And for that I would suggest you to have a look at the previous year CAT papers, right? The recent CAT papers, and also you can get a lot of free study material also on our website iQuanta.in, and you will be getting a good hint there. So you will be having a good idea. And otherwise, right now this CAT 26 batch is also started. You can join in that batch as well. Fine. So that's totally up to you. Okay. Yashasvi, speed math similar to Vedic math? Yes, exactly, Yashasvi. Same. Yashasvi, it's same thing. So we'll be discussing the various calculation methods and various logical things which are quite helpful in CAT. Okay? So some of the methods belong to Vedic mathematics, some of the methods belong to normal algebraical manipulations. That's it. रिवीजन करने आता हूं, हाँ बिल्कुल बिल्कुल रिवीजन करना चाहिए कैट, व्हाई नॉट. राजेश, आई एम करंटली इन डिग्री second year, okay, next year I can attempt CAT as fresh, fine, it is possible to get seat in top IIMs, why not Rajesh? Top seats in IIMs have been, some of the seats must be having your nameplate, this seat is reserved for Rajesh, so but you need to show your capability for that, है ना? Okay, Nikki, I can't solve the PYQs of CAT. Nikki, CAT में तो CAT के questions ही solve करने पड़ेंगे ना? So right now you can solve the PYQs, previous year's questions, and in the examination you need to solve the current year questions, but you need to solve the CAT questions. Okay, let's start. Let's start. I will check up your questions later. Now we should start. Nikki, practice. So it may take time, but continue. By the way, this is again the schedule. I hope you already have the schedule. And yes, you had 3 classes before that, numbers, arithmetic, and VRC. And today is the 4th class of this early batch. Okay, so Vaishnavi, is experience necessary for IIMs? Not compulsory Vaishnavi, but yes, almost 50% of the batch profile is work experienced. Okay. Vivek Goswami for a video for working professional. What's that? I didn't got it, Vivek. Ashish, नया बैच भी शुरू कर दिए. This is CAT 26, Ashish. Rishabh Singh, how much percentile I need to crack FMS for EWS candidate? Check the website of FMS, Rishabh. Nidhi, I'm a second year degree student, so please guide me how to manage both degree studies and CAT prep. You are only in second year right now, Nidhi. You will be in third year as well. So this is a management. This is a pre-management you need to go through before you enter a management college. You need to manage that. Fine. Okay. आशीष, कल राज सर का लेक्चर था. Okay, I'm preparing CAT 26. Fine, Vivek. Vivek, this is a schedule for 26 batch early classes. If you have attended a previous class, if you haven't attended a previous class, you can check them. They are on the YouTube, and this is scheduled for the further upcoming classes. And these are the free sessions right now. And after that, the classes will be in the paid group, and that will be on weekend. I think it is mentioned here. Yes, it is weekend classes in CAT 26 secret group afterwards. Fine. Okay. Speed math is part of arithmetic. It is for all quant, whole quant as well as GI. Oshmi. Okay, let's start now. So speed math is basically about calculation methods. It is basically about calculation methods. Although some of you might say that in CAT nowadays calculator is allowed, right? I don't know whether you know it or not, but calculator is available. Calculator is available in CAT. It is on-screen calculator. Your physical calculators are not allowed. You are not allowed to carry a calculator with you, but on-screen calculator is provided. It is inbuilt in the CAT format, in the CAT platform. Fine. So, but in that case, you can ask then what is the need of using calculation methods? It is highly useful because for the smaller calculations, the basic calculations, it's always better to do it mentally because that will develop your logical thinking. So calculation methods are helpful to develop your logical thinking. What kind of logical thinking? See, calculator do not have its brain. You need to type in to get the results. But what is to be calculated, how it is going to be calculated, for that you need to have logical thinking skills. So if you are thinking logically, in that case, those calculations, most of the calculations can be done on your own also without using calculator. But still, if there is some high calculations, there is a lot of calculation involved. In that case, there is no harm in using calculator. We can go for calculator as well. But most of the times, there is no need of using calculator. That's why understanding the calculation methods and develop this logical thinking is the most essential aspect. That is the only purpose we are having this session. Fine, this is very, very useful part. Okay, let's continue. सुकल्पा कैट में बेसिक 10th के सम्स आते हैं क्या? Check out yourself, Sukalpa. I told you it's not basic questions, but syllabus is up to 10th level. Most of that I told you, I think last session as well. So almost 70 to 80%, maybe more than 80%, you can say. It is the topics are up to 10th class level, but they are not basic questions. They are good questions. Good questions. Okay. Yes, exactly. कैलकुलेटर में टाइम जाता है. Only CAT कैलकुलेटर में टाइम तब जाता है if you are using a calculator for the basic calculations which you should have done on your own. But if it is, as I mentioned earlier as well, if it is most calculation intensive, there are a lot of calculation involved. In that case, there is no harm in using calculator. Let me tell you a first-hand experience. In last year CAT, in CAT 25, in Quant part, there was no requirement. I didn't use calculator at all. In no question, I need to use it. There were bit calculations which could be done very easily. But in DI part, I remember exactly, there was one question which was highly calculative. I attempted in slot 3, at 25 slot 3. So there was one DI set I remember that was highly calculation intensive, and I was doubtful. First I was trying to solve it without calculator, but then I saw it is highly calculation intensive. So then I used calculator, and to my surprise that all answers I was able to figure out exactly from the options. Otherwise, if I was approximating without calculator, the options were too close. So when you have close options, and when you have too much calculation, in that case we can go for calculator. We should go for calculator, but not always. Okay? So I hope that part is clear. Otherwise, as only CAT is mentioning, calculator mein time waste hota hai, right? So for basic things. But if it is too much calculation intensive, in that case we are having close options. In that case, there is no harm in going for calculator. We must go for that. Okay? Fine. Let's move further. Mamta, CAT 25 के लिए कोई live sections हैं क्या? What does it mean, Mamta? I don't get it properly. Tricky questions आते हैं ability check करने के लिए. Exactly. Okay, let's move further. So we are going to discuss some calculation methods. Listen carefully now. Please don't write any more questions now. Just hear me properly and see the screen and type the answers. I will be asking you questions. We'll be discussing certain methods and we'll be using them, and I will be asking you questions. Okay? You have to type the answers. Unless you listen properly and follow properly whatever we are discussing, then you won't be getting much. So if you want to take the full benefit of the session, so now shut your mouth, means shut your questions for the time being. Right now learn, and after that I will keep some 5-10 minutes at the end and to have you further questions if any. Is that okay? Everyone agrees? I want your confirmation before starting. Is everyone ready now? Do you agree? Right? I will keep 10 to 15 minutes at the end for your questions or queries, whatever queries you might have. So, but for the time being, now let's focus on today's methods. Yes, let's start. Good. So, let me start here only. So, first thing, which are the basic essentials which you should certainly do? I'm telling you certain basic things which most of the faculty members I have seen suggesting to students. One is you must know the tables. You must remember the tables. In school time, there was a habit of learning tables, but nowadays tables have become almost obsolete. But still, if you know the tables up to 20 at least, which was a basic habit in schools, but nowadays it has been missing. So if you learn tables up to 20, that is going to be very useful. Fine. Tables up to 20 must be you must be very thorough with all the tables, all the values of tables up to 20. Okay? Next part, you should know squares of numbers. Squares of numbers. At least up to 25 or maybe up to 30 squares of numbers from 1 to, let's say, 30. Whether 25 is sufficient, but let me write up to 30. Also, you should remember the cubes of numbers. That I guess it would be sufficient from 1 to 11 or maybe maximum 12. That's okay. Sometimes people recommend to learn fractions as well. By the way, I have never learned fractions because I don't think that is too much useful, but it's okay if you can do that. So fractions of numbers maybe 1 by 2, 3, 4, like this, 1 by 2, 1 by 3, 1 by 4. Sometimes people recommend it also up to 1 by 30. Although this is, I'm not very much in favor of this, but many of these things you must have done in arithmetic part as well, because fractions we convert to the equivalent percentages. In that case, we make use of that. Fine, I guess you have done that class, or otherwise you will be doing it in further sessions. Okay, so these are some of the basic prerequisites. So if you do that, that will be very beneficial. If you don't do that, or if you are not willing to put effort in that case, what will happen? You need to put some extra time. That is the only thing. Now, there is no other loss. That is the only loss, that you need to put some extra time to do the same calculations, which could have been done faster if you know the square of numbers, if you know the cube of these numbers, if you know the tables up to 20. Okay. Yes, arithmetic class में किया होगा. Exactly, Vaishnavi. Okay, so ठीक है. So I'm not going to revise the tables up to 20 right now, but squares part we will do today, and cube parts also we will do today. ठीक है. So let us start now. So first, I think first I would like to have some warm up. First I would like to have some warm up, basic warm up. तो basic warm up करते हैं, उसके बाद square numbers करेंगे. तो for warm up I'm giving you small game. The mathematical operations which we use normally are plus, minus, multiplication, division. ठीक है ना? So the game name is make 6. So I'm giving you certain numbers. So by using any of these mathematical operation any number of times, you need to make 6. That is the target. So the numbers I'm giving you, the first case, let's say question A. So I'm giving you 3 2s, 2, 2, 2. You can use any of these mathematical operations, and your target is to make 6. Please write the answer fast. Vivek, answer this now. You have to make 6. You are having 3 2s. It's a simple question. Jaldi, fast. All the 3 must be used. Yeah, simple. This simple plus. Yes, exactly. You can just put the plus sign and that's it. So 2 plus 2 plus 2 will make 6. Fine. Okay. Question B. You are having 3 3s this time. Again, target is to make 6. Target is to make 6. Excellent, Vivek. Wonderful. So Vivek, in place of plus, he has used the multiplication sign. Very nice, Vivek. So we could have done 2 multiplied by 2 plus 2 also. Nice. Okay. For 3s. Excellent. Vaishnavi, Nikhil, Sukalpa. Sukalpa, that's not correct. Check again. Tanisha, I think copy मार दिया तुमने, गड़बड़ किया है. But yes, Vaishnavi and Nikhil, they have done it nice. Yes, then Khushal, Itzi. Yes, exactly. Fine. So yes, I can multiply 3 and 3. That makes it 9. 9 minus 3 will give you 6. Our objective is same. We need to make 6. That's the target. Fine. Achha, by the way, you can use other mathematical operations also other than this. What operations do you know beside this? Plus, minus, multiplication, division. We can use exponents, powers basically. We can use square root also. We can use factorial also if required. Fine. Anything else? That's it. ठीक है ना? Okay. Next, I'm moving next. C part. You are having 3 4s now. 4 4 4. So using these 3 4s, you need to make 6. Do it fast. Okay, Nandana has written 4 multiply 4 divide by 4. Nandana, ये 6 कैसे बना? We want to make 6. That is our target. Okay, Niharika is writing square root. 4 plus 4, 8. 8 minus 2. Wonderful, wonderful. Good. Root of all then add. Nice, Avnish. Good. Highest Nidhi. Nice, very nice. Vivek, what you have written? 4 into 4 minus 4 into 2. 2 कहाँ से आ गया भाई? And Doraemon, that should be 4 plus 4, not multiply, na? Okay, I got different answers. So some of you wrote like this: कि 4 plus 4, that is 8. 8 minus square root of 4, that is 2. So 8 minus 2 is 6. Fine. And the one student also said कि सभी का root कर दो, it will become 2 2 2 only. So basically root 4 plus root 4 plus root 4. That's also fine, isn't it? Yes, Srinivas, Siri, fine, fine. Lokesh Saran is writing something else. क्या लिखा है भाई? 4 factorial is 24. 24 by 4 6. एक और 6 कहाँ गया? अच्छा, रूट कर दिया. अरे वाह, रूट करना पड़ेगा ना लोकेश. गुड गुड गुड, नाइस. लोकेश ने लिखा is tried good, but थोड़ा गड़बड़ हो गया. Let me correct it. So Lokesh is using factorial. See, so what we can do? So 4 factorial. If you 4 factorial is 4 into 3 into 2 into 1, right? 4 factorial means 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. That is 24. So what Lokesh is saying, 4 factorial, 4 factorial, that is 24. Now 24 को 6 से divide करना, 24 को 4 से divide करना पड़ेगा, 4 से divide करना पड़ेगा ना, but we have 2 4s now. So what I can do, so this divided by 4 into 4, that is 6. Good. Isn't it? So basically there could be various ways. There could be various ways. So right now we have got 3 different ways. There may be more as well. Anyhow, let's move further. I'm moving to the next part, D. This time you are having 3 5s. Now using them, again your target is to make 6. Five, 5, 5. Using the 3 5s, you need to make 6. Natasha, it is mentioned here, factorial means product of all natural numbers up to that number. This exclamation mark is called factorial. This exclamation mark is called factorial. So for example, I have mentioned here 4 factorial means 4 into 3 into 2 into 1, like that. Excellent, Siddharth, Karan, it's me. Very nice. Yes, Niharika, good, good. So using 5s, what we can do? So we can do 5 plus 5 divided by 5 in other order as well. There's no issue. That is 6. Nice. Let's move further. I think that would be most easy if I give you 6 6 6. So leave that. 6 6 is तो easy हो जाएगा ना, plus minus करके आ जाएगा. Let me take 7 7 7. I'm skipping 6 in between because 6 वाला part easy रहेगा काफी. Now if you are having 3 7s, how can you make 6? Yes, excellent, Tanisha. But your order of operation is गड़बड़, उल्टा लिख दिया है, Tanisha. Yes, Avnish written has written properly. Karan, yes, nice. Rajesh, Vaishnavi, good, good. Bhuvan ulta pulta ho gaya thoda sa. Yes, Nidhi Parik, that is fine. Okay, so what we can do here is, so 7 minus 7 divided by 7, that is 6. So basically 7 में से 1 less करना होगा, तो 1 बनाने के लिए we can divide 7 and 7. As in the previous case, we divided 5 and 5. ठीक है ना? So it is almost similar to the 5 वाला part. Okay, let's move further and take one more case. If I give you 3 8s, 8 8 8, how can you make 6? Think now. Yes, Vivek, that is already mentioned here. Doraemon 7 by 7 plus 5 also come na sir. Bhai sahab, we are having only 3 sevens, not 5 in that case. Doraemon ji, we are having these different questions. In A part, we are having only 3 twos. Then we are having only 3 threes, like that. In part E, we had only 3 sevens, not 5. Tanishq, cube root is not allowed. In cube root, we will need to write other digit. है ना? Cube root nahi. That's why I have written only square root. Because in writing square root, we are not using any other digit. See, these mathematical operations do not use any digit. So that's why cube root is not allowed, because to write cube root, हमें एक 3 extra लिखना पड़ेगा ना. That's why this is not a valid one. We are not using this operation. If that had been allowed, then in that case your method is valid. But we are not considering this cube root operation. Think something else. Socho. Think something else. Vivek, our target is to make 6, not 7. By the way, what you have written is incorrect. अगर plus कर रहे हो 7 by 7, तो it will not be 7, it will be 8. But our objective is to make 6, and that we have already done with 3 sevens. So right now we are having 3 8s. Using them, we need to make 6. And cube root is not allowed. Ashmi, we are having only 3 8s, not more. We are having only 3 digits. Yes, anyone? Okay, I got one solution. See, that's clear that as Oshmi is trying to do, I need to subtract 2 from it, right? 8 is already there. I need to subtract 2. अभी 2 कैसे बनाऊं? By using these 2 8s, I need to make 2. 2 कैसे बनाऊंगा इनसे? Tulsi Sahu, 2 factorial, 4 factorial divided by 6 square root of 64. Square root of 64 is 8. 8 by 8, that is 1. 1 plus 8, that is 9. 9 का square root will be 3. And 3 का factorial कर दो करण. Yes करण, that's good. उसका factorial करना पड़ेगा. अरे delete क्यों मार दिया भाई? Just do it factorial. Nice. करण ने अच्छा काम किया भाई. It's me. There is no 2 available. We are having only these 3 digits. No other digit is allowed. No other digit is allowed. Tulsi Sahu, I don't know how did you make this. We are having only these 3 digits. 8, 8, 8. No other digit is allowed. By the way, Karan ने अच्छा solution लिखा है. Let him type. I forgot क्या किया था. अच्छा उसने 9 बना के किया था ना. हाँ. So what Karan did is, Karan ने ऐसा किया कि 8 plus 8 divided by 8, that makes it 9. 9 का square root, that is 3, and 3 का factorial, that is 3 into 2 into 1, which is 6. Good solution. Good solution. विवेक गोस्वामी जी, आपने 4 बार 8 यूज कर दिया है. We are having only 3 8s. We are having only 3 8s. Okay, by the way, Karan, I have got one more solution. What you are doing, Vaishnavi, 2 root 2 2 root 2 8 plus 8 by 2. Vaishnavi, 2 नहीं है हमारे पास. We are having only these 3 digits, nothing else. Kushal, हाँ Kushal, that has been mentioned. Yes, there's the same solution which Karan has done already. Oshmi, I already mentioned that when we put factorial, so 4 factorial means 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. If I say 3 factorial, which is the case here, 8 by 8 is 1, 8 plus 1 9, 9 ka square root is 3, so 3 factorial. So 3 factorial means 3 multiply 2 multiply 1. So basically 1 से लेके उस number तक सभी का product, that is the meaning of factorial. Okay, so this 3 factorial, that is 3 into 2 into 1, that comes out to be 6, which we wanted. By the way, there is one more solution which I was telling. Let me write that. मैं भूल जाऊंगा क्या बनाया था मैंने. Let me check. हाँ याद आया. So it is 8. I told you 8 में से I need to subtract 2, right? So in 8 को use करके 2 कैसे बना सकता हूं देखो. So 8 plus 8 is 16. 16 का square root is 4, and if I take another square root, that's make it 2, right? So 8 minus 2, that is 6, isn't it? So that's also one possible solution. Is it okay? Vivek Goswami ji, check my answer. कहाँ है sir आपका answer? Vivek, I already commented. You have used 4 times 8. I told you that, na? We are having only 3 digits. Nikhil, is it fine? Okay, thank you. अरे वाह. नहीं, nothing great. You can also think of more things. बल्कि मुझे तो ये अच्छा लग रहा है. I would pass on all these comments to Karan Agarwal. Very nice solution, Karan. Good. Very nice solution. Okay, let's do one more part. E, F, G. So, what if I am having 3 nines? 9, 9, 9. So, using only these 3 nines, our target is to make 6. Do it fast. Try to think. By using these 3 nines, we need to make 6. No other digit should be used. Many of you already done, I guess. Doraemonji, what you are saying? Unique answer. Which unique answer? We wanted 6. Basically, you can create more games. This is one of the games I have been using in many sessions, many places. I found it somewhere and I found it interesting. But there can be, yes, you can create more games as well. Anyhow, Tanisha ji, 9 minus 9 square root. Madam, तीनों को use करना है ना? You are using only 2 nines. All the 3 nines must be used. Meanwhile, Rajesh has written something. 9 plus 9, that is 18. 18 divided by 3. Excellent, Rajesh. Wonderful, wonderful. Siri, you have written on the same thing. Yes, very nice, Rajesh. So I'm writing the solution given by Rajesh. Rajesh is saying, so 9 plus 9, that is 18. 18 divided by 3, right? 18 divided by square root of 9, that is 3. So 18 by 3 is 6. Nice. Any other solution? Let me also think. I have not given a thought right now. It's me. आप क्या लिख रहे हो? 9 minus क्या लिखा है? 9 minus 9 into square root 9. हाँ, that's one solution we have already done. Any other solution? Yes, Sayandeep, this is already done. Vivek Goswami, didn't you hear? You have used that digit 8 4 times, but we have it only 3 times. That's a mistake there. Ankita, it is not difficult, not hard, but maybe you haven't seen this factorial operation earlier. That's why. No problem. No problem. That's why I said whatever basic operations are there, we can use that. So basically, factorial generally we use after 10th class. Till 10th class, factorial is not there at all. So that's why you may not be aware about that. But those who have studied mathematics after 10th, they are familiar with this. It's not a difficult thing. I just told you, this is the only thing. Nothing else with factorial. That's the only thing. And by the way, when you will be studying numbers now, in that case, we will be having certain questions which will be using factorial. So don't maintain gap with factorial now. Try to be comfortable with that. Okay, any other solution? Okay, Salvatore has written something. क्या लिखा है भाई? 9 plus root of 9, that is 3. 12, 12 by 3. नहीं, तो कुछ और बना दिया भाई. क्या किया ये? Yes, Lokesh has given another solution. ये पहला भी Lokesh ने दिया था क्या? पहला कौन दिया था? I don't remember. I forgot the name. But yes, Lokesh has given a nice solution now. Lokesh has given a nice solution now. Let me write. Lokesh is writing that 9 minus, let me write here. Lokesh is saying 9 में से आई नीड टू सब्ट्रैक्ट 3, राइट? तो 3 कैसे बनेगा? 9 डिवाइडेड बाय 3, दैट इज स्क्वायर रूट ऑफ 9. गुड सॉल्यूशन लोकेश. नाउ 9 by root 9, 3. हाँ, plus add root of 9. Yes, good. Very nice. Salvatore is doing also a good thing. Salvatore is saying कि root of 9 plus 9 by root of 9. So this is 3 plus 3, that is 6. Very nice. Good. See how great all you are. Very nice solutions by all of you. Very nice. In between, Gargi has written something. Let me see. 9 divided by 9 into root 9. Gargi, कुछ तो गड़बड़ लग रहा है. It is not 6. It is just 3 only, Gargi. Please check once again. Nidhi Parikh, root 9 plus double root of 9 into 9. Okay, root 9 is 3 and then double root of 9 into 9. 9 into 9, 81 ka 9. Yes, fine, excellent. Nidhi, that's perfect. Good. So Nidhi is saying 9 का root, that is 3 plus root of 9 into 9 as we did earlier. So this is 9 into 9, 81 का square root is 9, 9 का square root is 3, so 3 plus 3, that is 6. Very nice. So see, there were many solutions. Yes, Salvatore, understood, fine. Okay, Harshita has written something else. Okay, root 9, that is 3 plus 3 minus 3. नहीं हर्षिता, कुछ तो गड़बड़ कर दिए हो. 9 plus 9, 18 divided by root 9. Ajita, that was already done. That was the first solution. Ajit. Khushali, 9 by 9 into root 9. 9 by 9 into root 9 का factorial. अरे वाह, हाँ, ये good, ये अच्छा है. Nice, Khushali. Khushali has used factorial now. What she is doing is that 9 multiplied with the root of 9 divided by 9. See, 9 is cancelled, root 9 is 3. अब 3 का factorial कर देते हैं. That makes it 6. So very nice. Good use of factorial. Yes, Gargi. Fine. You also saying same thing. Okay. Gargi was also saying same thing. So this factorial sign was maybe I missed that. Nice. So basically, idea was that only that we need to use our intelligence. Calculator तो नहीं बताएगा ना ये कि कैसे बनेगा, right? So that was just a simple warm up, so that our mind start working with numbers, playing with numbers. So playing with numbers is a very essential thing. So we shall move further now. There are some more solutions, I guess. Nandana is writing something, root 9 into root 9, that is 3 into 3, 9 minus 3. Excellent, Nandana. Very nice. Let me write that as well. That's good. So Nandana is saying root 9 multiplied with the root 9, that is 3 into 3, 9. 9 minus 3, that is 6. Very nice. So basically, there are many solutions. Excellent. So let's move further now. Okay, so that was just basic warm up so that your mind starts working. And as I was mentioning, that playing with numbers is very essential thing. Playing with numbers. So before I start with the method of squaring and method of multiplications, so can you tell me any number play, any game, any number game basically? Any number game have you played or do you play? Have you seen ever any number game? Can you suggest some number game? There is one very nice number game which is very helpful for your logical thinking development of logical thinking. Excellent. Most of you are already familiar with that. Yes, Sudoku, I wanted to say. So Sudoku and its various variants as well. Sudoku and its various variants, yes, magic squares. So Sudoku is one number game and it has got many varieties. So you can go for that. You should regularly play it. It is very helpful for developing your logical thinking skills. And nowadays there are quite few questions in CAT and other exams which are directly in the Sudoku format only. In the Sudoku format, in Sudoku generally you have numbers. वहाँ पे आपको numbers की बजाय you will get certain names, है ना? But you have to do the similar kind of thought process. You have to use the similar kind of thought process. So Sudoku is a very nice number game. Okay, and beside that also there are various other number games, various other kind of games. I have been suggesting in the previous batches also that I run a Telegram channel where I regularly share various kind of Sudoku games and some other number games and some other quant questions as well. So you can be there to get regular dose for you. So one other good resource is by the way, to get added to my Telegram channel, you can message me KESAVAKRSNA. That is Keshava Krishna. That's my spiritual name. So you can message me on Telegram. I will so that you can be added. You can tell me. Otherwise, you will just message hi hoy. So I don't know you na. You need to mention that, and I will share the link to that Telegram channel, Telegram group. So that you can join that and you will be getting a regular dose of good questions. By the way, other than playing Sudokus and getting added here, there is one nice Circle 9. In the previous batches, I have been suggesting that circle9puzzle.com. You just write Circle 9 puzzle or something on Google, you will get the website link. So it has also got various good quality puzzles, and just beware, they are addicted. They are what should I say? They are sort of addicted. Yes, you can be addicted to them because your brain will regularly want more and more questions. Okay, fine. So with that part now, let's start first with the revision of square numbers. So I told you that you must know the square of numbers up to 25 at least. 30 तक कर सके तो अच्छी बात है. तो पहले 25 तक के रिवाइज कर लेते हैं. हाउ मेनी ऑफ यू बाय द वे नो द स्क्वायर ऑफ नंबर्स अप टू 25? किसको 25 तक के पूरे आते हैं स्क्वायर्स? ये कहां तक के आते हैं मुझे ये बताओ. कॉन्टिन्यूअसली, बीच बीच में कोई आते हैं उसकी बात नहीं है. कॉन्टिन्यूअसली स्टार्टिंग फ्रॉम 1 अप टू विच नंबर्स यू नो द देयर स्क्वायर वैल्यूज विदाउट यूजिंग कैलकुलेटर ऑफ कोर्स. 22 तक आता है निखिल को. ओके, अगर 22 तक आता है यार फिर तो 23, 24, 25 ज्यादा मुश्किल नहीं है. 15 तक आता है, दैट्स ऑनेस्ट आंसर. खुशहाली. वैष्णवी को 20 तक आते हैं. 17 का मालूम है क्या वैष्णवी? 18. I learned till 80 because Rasa said to learn till 100. See, it's up to your capacity, Sayandeep. So, but as I said earlier, till 25, if you remember, then you can calculate squares up to any number basically. तो 25 तक का certainly is must. You must know. अगर नहीं आता तो आपको कैलकुलेट करना पड़ेगा. It will take more time. That's the only thing. Fine. But उससे ज्यादा याद करने की जरूरत नहीं है. But if you can do that, your capacity didn't go ahead. No problem with that. Up to 30th is very nice. Tulsi, good. 15 तक, okay. 15 तक काफी लोग लिख रहे हैं. 15 तक आता है. Good. Okay. Let's revise now. Let's revise up to 25 at least. या 30 तक revise कर लेते हैं. उसके बाद then we will learn कि how we can calculate the further squares easily in a faster manner. ठीक है. हाँ, कई लोग 20 तक आते हैं. Okay, ठीक है. So initially मैं आपसे पूछूंगा नहीं, initially आपको मालूम ही है. By the way, don't use calculators. ठीक है ना? Don't use calculators now. So initial values you already know. 1 square is 1, 2 square is 4, 3 square is 9, 4 square is 16, 5 square is 25, 6 square is 36, 7 square 49, 8 square 64, 9 square 81, 10 square 100. यहां तक के तो सभी को certainly आते हैं. आगे बताओ, what is 11 square? Please write your answers fast. What is 11 square? जल्दी सभी को लिखना है. I'm sure 10 तक के तो सभी को आते ही हैं. There is no doubt about that. But further, don't do any mistake. Yes, 121 is fine, nice. By the way, before I move forward, I wish to tell you one special property of this number. Can you see a property of this number? It is exactly same if you read from left or right, isn't it? It is exactly same when you see it from left or right. So this kind of number which looks same are called palindromes. Exactly, Sayandeep. Good. So they are called palindrome numbers. whatever I am saying, please be very attentive. That is going to be very helpful to you. और अगर नहीं देखोगे, नहीं समझोगे तो क्या बात कर सकते हैं? So which numbers are palindromes? Which appear same as forward as backward. Okay, so that means 121 is a palindrome square number. Can you tell me 121 से छोटा और कोई palindrome square number था क्या? Are there any other square palindrome less than 121? Yes or no? Are there any other square palindromes less than 121? 111 is not a square. It's a palindrome, but it's not a square, na? Are there are many palindromes, Baba. I'm asking about squares. Palindrome squares. There are. All these single digit square numbers are also palindromes. Why? अभी यहाँ से देखो वहां से देखो same ही रहने वाला है ना. So 1, 4, 9, they are also considered as palindrome square numbers. Fine? Yes. So 1, 4, 9 are also palindrome square numbers. Okay. After that, 16 is not, 25 is not, 36 is not, this is not, this is not, this is not, this is not, but 121 is there. Is that fine? Okay. Let's move further now. Is this part clear? विवेक गोस्वामी जी ने सारा इकट्ठा चिपका दिए हैं. बहुत बढ़िया विवेक जी. Okay. So 12 square is 144. Okay, let me move further. 13 square is 169. 14 square is 196. By the way, when I'm writing these squares in this group of 10, 10, you can you see any pattern here? Any common thing here? Yes, the last digit, right? So 1, 1. This is 4, this is 4. This is 9, this is also 9. This is 6, this is also 6. And so on, right? So why it is happening so? Because of the last digit. So basically, if we talk about the unit digit of square numbers, you will see that it repeat after every 10 numbers, right? But in meanwhile, in between also, if you will see 1, 4, 9, 6, 5, then reverse 6, 9, 4, 1, then 0. So basically, after every 5 digit, it gets repeated also. ठीक है ना? तो last digit pattern is there. Okay, let's move further. So 15 square is 225. Then 16 square is 256. What is 17 square? Don't use calculator. Tell me, do you know this? What is 17 square? What is 17 square? It's 289. Okay, Doraemon also has written the complete list. Yes, Sayandeep. Yes. So these are the different properties of square numbers. So 17 square is 289. Okay, let's look for the 18 square. 18 square is 324. 19 square, it is 361. 20 square, it is 400. Okay, let's move further. 21 square. What is 21 square? See, now remember these values. There are some values which you already knew. There are some values which you were not very sure about, or you may have been doubtful. But now you need to remember them. That's why I'm writing. You also need to write. सब कुछ लिखो अपने साथ साथ. Have a notebook with you and write all the things which you are discussing, all the important points. So this when you write the same thing repeatedly, then those things get embedded in your memory. It becomes easier to recall them. So 21 square is 441. Before I move further, listen carefully. Before I move further, look carefully. If I reverse this number, इसको reverse कर देंगे, it will become 144, isn't it? Which is nothing but 12 square, which is reverse of 21. Right? So basically 12 square was 144. Reversing it gives you 441, which was square of its reverse, that is 21. Again, nice property, isn't it? Are you able to see that? There are so many patterns, so many patterns. So basically, that's a good question. If I say AB square is equal to something, let's say ACC, that's a question like this. AB square is equal to ACC. Fine, it is, what is A? A is 1, B is 2, and their square is 144, right? And also reverse, that is BA square is equal to CCA. Good question, isn't it? It's a CAT question now. The simple probability has become a CAT question now. Are you getting that? So basically that's how the numbers are very interesting and there are a lot of properties involved, and more you play with them, more you become interested in numbers. Good question, CAT. Yes, this is a CAT question. Okay. Yes, next is palindrome. Good, Doraemon. Good, good. So after this, if I move further, before moving further again, is there any other such case? Is there any other such case? Yes. Yes. The other such case is, let me tell you, 13 square is 169. We have already written that. By the way, if I reverse it, 961. Do you know this? अभी हमने लिखा नहीं है, आगे आएगा. But 961, it is also a square number, square of 31. So 961 is 31 square, which is again reverse of 13. Fine. Okay. Okay. Let's move further. ठीक है, आगे बढ़ते हैं. So 21 के बाद next we have 22 square, and 22 square is what? It is 484. And yes, as mentioned by many of you, it is the next palindrome square number. Right? It is the next palindrome square number, and it is actually just 4 times of that. 11 square and then 22 square. ठीक है. Okay, आगे बढ़ते हैं. Let's move further. 23 square. So 23 square is 529. Okay, so there are certain numbers which you may not be very familiar with because they are not that frequently used as certain other numbers. Like 12 square 144, you may have seen many times. You may have used also many times. 13 square is also used quite frequently. 14 square is also fine. 15 square is very famous, 225. 16 square 256 कई जगह use होता है. 17 square थोड़ा कम use होता है. 18 square थोड़ा कम use होता है, right? So there are certain numbers which are used a bit frequently. There are certain numbers which are used less frequently, but you must be comfortable with all square numbers. You must be familiar with all square numbers at least up to 25. By the way, we are going to go further now, but 25 तक के तो आपको अच्छे से याद होने चाहिए. Let's move further. 24 square. What is 24 square? Do you know? It is 576. It is 576. 23 भी बहुत यूज होता है. हाँ, now you may have seen that. So 24 square is 576 and 25 square is 625. Okay, I have been saying again and again कि 25 तक के काफी है, 25 तक के काफी है. ऐसा मैं क्यों बोल रहा हूं? Now there is a reason for it. There is a reason for it. Listen carefully. What is the reason कि मैं आपको 25 तक के बोल रहा हूं कि 25 तक के तो जरूरी आपको याद होने ही चाहिए. It is must. Why? Because after 25, after square of 25, when you will see the pattern of the last 2 digits, it starts repeating in the reverse order. I repeat, listen carefully. After 25 square, when you will write next square numbers, then you will see the pattern of the last 2 digits of the square numbers that gets repeated, that starts repeating in the reverse order. What do I mean with this? So I mean कि 25 के बाद next, if I am going to write 26 square, so it will be having same last 2 digits as that of 24 square, that is 76. It is 676. Its actual value is 676. By the way, this is another palindrome square number, and again it is a very famous number. Again 676 बहुत बार use होता है. Again it is a good CAT question. अगर मैं इसी को भी इस तरीके से लिख दूं, तो this is a good CAT question. So 676. So see, observe this last 2 digits here, 76. It is same. Fine. If I move one step again, next 27 square. So it will be how much? Do you know 27 square? It is again a common number, very famous number. 27 square. It is used at many places. It is 729. It is 729. So you can see that the last 2 digits are same, 29, 29. Right? So after 25 squares, last 2 digits of square numbers start getting repeated always. After every 25 numbers, it will happen. So that's how 25 तक के squares अगर आपको याद है तो बाकी के squares निकालना is quite easier, and we will learn that how to do that. Is that fine? Yes, Tulsi, I have stopped here for this point only. This 729 is a famous number. Why? Because as Tulsi has mentioned, it is also a cube number. It is cube of 9. It is cube of 9. It is also cube of 9, right? So 9 into 9 into 9, that is 729. Okay, before I move further, can you tell me कि before this, has there been some other number जो कि square भी रहा हो, cube भी हो? डोरेमोन उससे पहले भी मिल जाएंगे. First answer this one. Is there any other number less than 729? Because 729 we can see it is a square number as well as cube number. So before 729 is there any other square number जो कि cube भी हो? Can you recognize such number? 225 is square but not cube. 125 होता है बेटा. Tanisha, Nikhil, 225 is not cube number. 5 cube तो 125 होता है. Yes, Gargi, it is 64. Good. 64 is correct. 64 किसका cube है Gargi? It is 4 cube. Excellent. So 64, that is 8 square. So this is equal to 4 cube. Fine. Excellent. So these are some of the basic properties which we are discussing, and as you go on and on with playing with numbers, you will see many things, and you are certainly, yes, of course, Tanisha, 1 is always there. So 1 square and 1 cube. So far we have seen, let me write these numbers which are squares as well as cubes. So let's see the pattern. If I say a number which is certainly like a square as well as b cube, so numbers in this format, the smallest number we are having 1. After that we got 64. Mean in between there was no one, you can check that. And after 64 we directly got 729. Can you think of what will be the next number in this series? Yes, Tanisha, I have written 1. Can you think of what will be the next number in this series? A number which is square of a natural number as well as cube of a natural number. So we have got 3 numbers so far, 1, 64 and 729. Can you think of what will be the next number? Not 784. 784 is 28 square, that's fine. But it is not a cube of anything. I am asking the next number in this series, which is square as well as a cube number. 1000 is a cube number, Tanisha, but not square. 1000 kiska square hai? It's not square number. See, if you observe carefully, what is happening here? So when I'm saying a number as a square number, so it is 3 cube square, right? 3 cube square, that is 3 power 6. And when I'm writing it as 9 cube, so 9 is actually 3 square. So 3 square ka cube, that is 3 power 6. So basically this number is 6th power. It is 3 power 6. Exactly same way this number was 2 power 6, right? This is 2 square raised to power 3, that is 2 power 6, right? So 1 power 6, 2 power 6, 3 power 6. This number is actually 1 power 6, 2 power 6, 3 power 6. So next number is going to be 4 power 6. Next number is going to be 4 power 6. 743 is not a square at all, only cat. क्या बातें कर रहे हो यार? ना तो ये square है ना तो cube है. I want a number which is square as well as cube, but you are giving me a number which is neither square nor cube. So it will be, next number will be 4 power 6. Can you calculate the 4 power 6? 4 power 6 is 64 का square, right? 64 का square कितना हो जाएगा? It is 4096. 4096. So that is the next value. That is the next number. Is it okay? I hope you have understood what we are doing. Yes, 4096 is the next such number, and of course it's very easy now to determine the further next number. What is going to be further next number? That will be 5 power 6, that is 125 square. Okay? By the way, no need to remember that, that's sufficient. But basic idea is that you need to understand what is happening here, right? Okay, let's continue with the exploration of the square numbers which we are doing here. So after 27 square, next is 28 square, and 28 square will be having same last two digits as that of 84. So that is actually 784. And then 29 square will be having same last two digits 41. It is actually 841. And then 30 square will of course be 00. So 30 square is 900, and this 31 square will be having same 61 as the last digit. We already written that, it's 961. And let me write just one more, 32 square. What is 32 square? 32 square will be having same last digit is 24, and it is actually 1024. And this 1024 is also a good number because it is 2 raised to power 10. It is 2 raised to power 10. Is it okay? So we have written first few square numbers. Again, we can go on. Let me write one more. 33 square. It is 1089. Now 1089 is also a good number. 1089 is also a good number. See, if you reverse it, 1089, if you reverse it, 1089 ko if you reverse, it becomes 9801, right? And this is also a square number. It is 99 square. If you reverse 1089, it becomes 9801, and that is also a square number. It is 99 square. Okay, so these are some of the basic properties. We revised squares up to 25 at least, and after that we saw that last 2 days pattern repeats afterwards. And meanwhile, we have seen various properties of square numbers. Okay, let's move further now. Doraemonji, timing is up to 11:30. It's a 2-hour class. We started at 9:30 and it will go up to 11:30. Fine. No, it is not, Salvatore. It's not everywhere. 32 square is not reverse of 23 square. It's not every time. Yes, it is not for every time, Salvatore. That's why we wrote the special cases. Now, this is a good question for you. Can you figure out that when it will work and when it will not? See, 14 square even doesn't work. 14 square was 196, but if you do 41 square, that is not 691. So it is not everywhere it is going to work. Certainly, it is not going to work everywhere. But now this is a good question of exploration for you, that when will this thing work and when will not? So the very basic thing, if you it's not odd number always, Tanisha. 12 is even number. 12 is even, na? So even odd is not a problem. The thing is that we want its reverse to be obtained by squaring the reverse number here, right? So what should happen? The requirement is that there should not be carry forward involved in any of the calculation step. I repeat, किसी भी multiplication step में, किसी भी calculation step में carry नहीं होना चाहिए. In that case, the digits will remain same, isn't it? जब आप 12 को 12 से multiply करते हैं, 2 into 2, 4. Let me write that and show you. So when you multiply 12 into 12, I'm just doing the basic multiplication, simple basic multiplication. So 2 into 2, 4. There's no carry involved, right? Then 2 into 1, 2. Fine. Okay, you leave that place. Then you 1 into 2, 2. Okay, no carry involved. 1 into 1, 1. Okay, when you add them to 4, 2 plus 2, 4. There is no carry in 1. That's it. And when you reverse it again, there will not be any carry involved at any place. So the answer is also going to reverse. That's what we have seen. Are you getting that? That's a basic thing. It's not some magical thing, basic thing. So what was the idea? That there was no carry involved at any of the calculation step, which means, so just by reversing it, you are going to have the answer also reverse. That's it. Okay, na? So can you now think of what will be the next number which will satisfy this property? There is one number. There are not only one, there are many numbers. So let me give you one example. What about 102 square? Just think of, will there be carry involved at any place? Not. There will not be any carry involved. So it will certainly work. So 102 square, whatever this value would be, so reversing it, 201 square will also be giving the reverse answer. Okay, I hope you are getting the idea, because 102 square, again, same way, if I'm just multiplying, you can see that there will not be carry involved at any place, Okay, I hope it is very clear. So let's move further. So far we have revised the square numbers, which we must remember, and we have seen the various properties associated. That could be quite helpful. And before that, we also talked about some of the resources which we can make use of to develop our logical thinking skills. Okay, so let me move to the next place, and now let's learn how to calculate squares. ठीक है, अभी तो हमने स्क्वायर्स याद किए हैं. नाउ लेट्स लर्न सर्टेन मेथड्स जिनसे हम स्क्वायर्स जल्दी निकाल सकते हैं. सो बिफोर दैट देयर इज this commercial break here. It is CAT 25 daily targets. You can join this WhatsApp group. This is CAT daily target. This part is going on, so you can be a part of this. You can get the details at our website here. Okay, I'm moving further. Okay, so let's calculate squares. So we are calculating squares now, and first I'm giving you a special case, finding square of numbers which end in 5. Which numbers ending in 5. That's a very common, very famous part. I'm sure many of you must already be aware about this. So we are finding square of numbers which are ending in 5. For example, let's say maybe just 5 square or 15 square or 25 square, like that. I'm sure many of you are already familiar with the many squares. What is 5 square? We already written that. It's 25, right? 5 square is 25. What is 15 square? It is 225. We also wrote that. And 25 square, it is 625. But 35 square तो हमने नहीं लिखा था. Can you answer this? What is 35 square? So now one method is to just calculate it, right? One method is to just calculate it. But now we are going to observe a pattern. See, can you see any pattern so far in these first 3 numbers? Can you see any pattern? Of course, one pattern is that in these questions all numbers are ending in 5. That was our desired thing. But what about the result? In result part, you can see the last 2 digits are always 25, isn't it? Yes, Tanisha, very nice. So last 2 digits will always be 25. It will go on further. If you take any number, let me write A5, where 10th digit is some A and last digit is 5. So when you square it, so last 2 digits will always be 25. As we have seen in this example. So 35 square will also end in 25. Now what about the hundreds part here? So this hundreds part, let's observe from the previous examples. तो यहाँ पे 2 आया था, यहाँ पे 6 आया था, है ना? तो ये 2 क्यों आया? It is because of this 1. ये 6 क्यों आया? It is because of this 2. Now सोच के देखो, what same method must have been applied here? It's very simple thing. So 1 से 2 कैसे बना? When I am multiplying 1 with the next number, that is 2. 2 से 6 कैसे बना? When I am multiplying 2 with the next number, that is multiply with 3. Exactly same way. So 3 को क्या करना पड़ेगा? I need to multiply this 3 with the next number, which is 4. So and 3 into 4 is how much? It is 12. So this is 1, 2, 2, 5. As some of you have already written that. By the way, right now you can verify using calculator as well. There's no issue. So, but this is the conclusion here, right? Just based on the pattern. Just we are seeing the pattern. We have not right now calculated. We are just seeing the pattern. And this pattern is true. And by the way, I don't know whether you have studied it earlier or not, but nowadays NCERT 8th class textbook mentions this result, that square of a number ending in 5 is obtained by a multiplied with a plus 1 followed by 25 as the last 2 digits, as you are writing here, a into a plus 1 followed by 25 as the last 2 digits. So in 8th class NCERT this is mentioned, NCERT 8th class. Okay, so I hope this part is clear. So wherever you see this part, you can quickly answer this. And many questions in CAT and other exams, you can find this kind of calculations. So अगर आपको ऐसी calculation मिलती है कहीं पे, so would it be better to use calculator? Certainly not. Certainly not. Is this method clear to everyone? We are going to apply it now, right? I want you to practice it so that you become comfortable in this. You become expert in this, rather, I should say. Clear to everyone? Now let's apply. Let's apply. I'm asking you a few more questions. Jaldi se answer karna. I'm writing one by one. First, tell me 45 square. I'm sure the steps are clear to everyone. Now answer this. Don't use calculator now, please. Don't use calculator. Just tell me the answer fast. 45 square. Yes, excellent. Very nice. It is 2025. I'm sure it is clear to everyone. So last two is 25 aane hi wale the because of this 5, and the next hundreds part is basically 4 multiplied by next number 5. So 4 into 5, 20. Okay, nice. One more. 55 square. 55 square now. Excellent, Ajit, Gargi, Sandeep, Nandana. Very nice. Very nice. It is 5 into 6, that is 30. So 3025. Okay, let me move a step ahead. What about 85 square? What about 85 square? मुझे पता था कई लोगों ने बीच में नंबर टाइप करके रखे होंगे, दैट्स व्हाई आई हैव चेंज्ड. आस्था सिंह जी 25 25 25 नहीं चल रहा है ये. Yes, it is 7225. Nice. So 8 nines are 72. So followed by 25. So it is 7225. Good. One more. What about 95 square? What about 95 square? निखिल, एक जीरो ज्यादा हो गया. वैसे लोग बोलते हैं जीरो की कोई वैल्यू नहीं होती, बट होती है भाई, देखो ना. It is 9025. Yes. So 9 into 10, it is 90. So 90 followed by 25. So 9025. Okay. Let me extend it beyond 100 now. What about 105 square? अभी क्या करेंगे? If I need to calculate 105 square. Now remember that what is this A here? A is the tens place value, right? Yeah, basically except ones place, बाकी जितना बचा, that complete is A. So in this case, this A is 10, right? In this case, A is 10. So 10 needs to be multiplied with next number, that is 11, which makes it 110, right? The answer here would be 11025. Same thing, exactly same thing. Okay? So only we need to be careful about this thing only. This A is not necessarily a single digit number. It can have more than one digits also, as we have done here. Fine. Excellent, excellent. Just do one more. 115 square. Please do it fast. 115 square. Yes, this time 11 needs to be multiplied with 12. That comes out to be 132. So it's 13225. See, now these calculations are not asked directly in CAT, but how they are being used. So you will get a question in form of simple interest, compound interest part, maybe compound interest. So you're getting 5% interest, 2 times, 3 times, like that. So in that case, you need to do these calculations. Sometimes you need to go back with that. So if you know these calculation methods, you can directly write the answer. Otherwise, that becomes a very calculative question. Fine, otherwise that becomes a calculative question. But if you are aware about these methods of calculation, then you can do these things very fast. Okay, let me go a step ahead. Please tell me 195 square. Answer fast. 195 square. Please do it fast. Yes, very nice. We just need to multiply this 19 with 20, which is not difficult. It is 38025. Very good. ओके, 1995 का स्क्वायर भी निकाल सकते हो क्या? 1995 स्क्वायर. कैन यू डू दिस? फास्ट प्लीज, फास्ट प्लीज. 1995 square without calculator. Bhuvan, please recheck. It's not correct. Tanisha, not correct. Yes, Khushali is the first one to give the right answer. Well done, Khushali. Ajit, you missed 1-0 there. Vaishnavi, you also. Nandana, no. नहीं भाई, ये सब कोई फोन लेके नहीं बैठा. कैसी बातें कर रहे हो यार? That's called अंगूर खट्टे हैं. आस्था सिंह नहीं. Yes, Gargi, fine. Yes, I know you missed in hurry. I know that. But don't do the mistake. Be very, very careful while answering. It's by default that you want to do it with hurry. But we should not do any mistake. We should be careful about that. See, it's very simple thing. All of you know that 199 needs to be multiplied with 200. बाबा 199 को 200 से मल्टीप्लाई करना है ना, तो दो जीरोस तो आनी ही हैं. Why are you missing that? So there have to be two zeros at the end, right? Followed by 25, and before that it is going to be double of 199, which is very simple. It is 398. So 3980025. There is no scope of doing any mistake. Fine. Yes, it is to be 199 into 200. Okay, एक और करो जल्दी से बताओ. 2005 square. Yes, exactly. What's the answer? Yes, Ajit. Good. This time no mistake. Bhuvan गड़बड़ कर दिया फिर से. Yes, it is 4020025. Very nice. This is 4020025. See, you know what is the beauty of these kind of things is, if you get a question somewhere like this, find the square root of 4020025. It is just reverse of that, right? So you just need to develop that vision to identify कि अरे बाबा ये तो 2005 का square है, right? You just need to develop that vision to see this thing. It is having 25 at the end. Certainly the number must be ending in 5. And what about the remaining part? So it is multiple of 200. How much multiple of 200? 200 into 201. That makes it clear. So it is 200 followed by 5. That is 2005 square. ठीक है ना? So the steps, the method which we are discussing, you are not going to get the direct question, find the square of this number. No. But you need to apply it in various varieties, in various ways. And that you can only do if you are proficient, well-versed, expert in applying these methods. Is it okay? Otherwise, it is a calculative question. Otherwise, you need to find square root. What will you do? You need to do the prime factorization, and it will be lengthy task. And calculator will not calculate its prime factorization. You need to do it manually. है ना? Okay. So shall we move ahead? Is it clear till now? We want to discuss at least 2-3 more methods so that you got something good. Okay, I'm moving further. So right now we have discussed how to find square of numbers ending in 5. Okay, now let me move further. Let me discuss square of numbers, and we are calculating square of numbers. So let's calculate square of numbers near 50. Near 50. ठीक है, square of numbers near 50. तो 50 के आसपास के नंबर्स का स्क्वायर निकालना है. So I'm just telling you the method first. तो 50 के आसपास के नंबर्स का स्क्वायर निकालना है. What does it mean? It means that कि 50 से कुछ ज्यादा, x ज्यादा या x कम, ऐसे नंबर का मुझे स्क्वायर निकालना है. Fine. So 50 plus x or 50 minus x. We want to find a square of such a number, right? Which is at a gap of x from 50. Now, what is the benefit? The benefit is that it depends upon x. This x is the important part here. So let me take some example first. So if I talk about 51 square, this is one more than 50, and or maybe 49 square. This is one short of 50. So both have the difference of 1 with the base number 50, right? So both of them are going to have same last two digits. Let me write the first result complete. The result is, so 50 plus x hai ya 50 minus x hai. When we are finding square of this number, so last two digits always will be dependent on x square. I'm saying it again. So whatever is this value of x, 50 से कितना ज़्यादा या कितना कम, whatever the value of x is, whether it is positive or negative, whatever it is, so last two digits of the square number always depends on x square. That means if I talk about these two cases, So 51 square will have the last two digits based on 1 square. 1 square तो 1 ही होता है ना, so last two digits would be 0 1, right? Same way in 49 square also, this is at a gap of 1 with 50. 50 से एक कम है, -1 है ये, तो भी स्क्वायर करने पे तो 0 1 ही बनने वाला है. So last two digits of this number as well, they are 0 1. Fine, I hope it is clear so far. ठीक है ना? अभी बाकी पार्ट क्या है वो बात करते हैं, उससे पहले एक दो केस देखते हैं. तो if I talk about 53 square, can you tell me what will be the last two digits? Yes, that's correct. It is 3 square, that is 09. Because it is at a gap of 3 from 50, right? Exactly same way, correspondingly, we would be having 47 square, which is again at a gap of 3 from 50, right? So this will also be have 09 as the last two digit. Is that clear? Now don't get confused with this last digit. Last digit nahi dekh rahe hain. What we are seeing? We are seeing the gap of the number from 50. So this number is 50 minus 3, right? So the x value here is -3. So uska square karne pe it is going to be same 09. ठीक है ना? एक दो और केस देख लेते हैं. If I talk about, let's say, maybe 57 square. So what about 57 square? What will be the last two digits? It depends upon the 7 square, right? Because it is 7 more than 50. So the last two digits here are 49. Can you tell me what will be the corresponding numbers less than 50? As it was 7 more than 50, here it will be having 7 less than 50, right? Yes, 43. 43, right? So here corresponding number would be 7 less than 50, which is 43 square. So 43 square will also have 49 as the last two digits. Is that clear so far? Okay, now let's figure out what is going to be this hundreds part of the answer. So this 100 part of the answer is always 25 plus or minus x, depending upon whether x was positive or negative. So same thing is to be applied here. So it is 25 plus x or 25 minus x, depending upon whether the number is more than 50 or less than 50. Okay, let's apply it here. So in this case, it is 1 more than 50, so x is positive here. So it would be 25 plus 1, right? That is 26. That's it. That's the answer. In this case, it is 1 less than 50, so 25 minus 1, that is 24. Fine. Same way here, it is 25 minus 3, that is 22. And this is 25 plus 3, that is 28. This is 25 plus 7, that is 32. And this is 25 minus 7, that is 18. Are you getting that? So the conclusion we have already mentioned here. So this is the net result. And now we are making use of it to write our answers fast. यहाँ तक की बात समझ में आ गई है? Is that clear? We already seen these 6 examples here. Please confirm, is it okay? At my place, there is no electricity for a long time. I don't know. I guess inverter's life is about to end, maybe. Let's see. Is it okay? I'm not getting any comment here. Or I'm not able to see what it is. Understood, no? Fine. Okay, good. Okay, fine. ठीक है, let's move further. So अगर यहाँ तक की बात समझ में आ गई है तो जल्दी से आगे बताइए. What about 59 square? Fast, please write the answer. 59 square. Same steps are to be applied. X is positive 9, right? So last two digits, 9 square, that is 81, and before that 25 plus 9. है ना? What's the answer? Don't use calculator. Yes, exactly. It's 3481. It's means not 2927. It's 3481. Yes, it's 3481. So exactly same steps. 9 square 81 and 25 plus 9, that is 34. Okay. Correspondingly, this was 9 more than 50 and 9 less than 50, that is 41. Right. So 41 square will also be having the same last two digits, that is 81. And what about the remaining part? 25 minus 9, right? That is 16. By the way, this is again a good number, right? If you see it carefully. So 16 is also a square number, 81 is also a square number, and 1681 is also a square number. So if you see, the 16 is a square number, 81 is a square number. If you stick them together, 1681 is also a square number. That's a good number. That's again a CAT question now. That again becomes a CAT question. Let me write like this. So maybe AB is a square number, or CA is a square number, and also ABCA is a square number. What a good question. All three numbers are square numbers. So it's difficult to identify them unless you know the property. Okay, fine. So, so we have done the numbers, square of numbers near 50, and exactly same way, let's just learn one more property for the day. So, how to find square of numbers near 100? We are finding square of numbers near 100. By the way, this previous property, it can be extended further. So far, I have taken x to be single digit number, but x can have more than single digit also. Suppose if I want to calculate 61 square, can you find out this answer without using calculator? 61 square using the same property. What is the value of x here? X comes out to be 11 now, right? Because it is 50 plus 11. So this last two digits will be 11 square, right? 11 square is how much? 121. So it is going to be 21, and 1 needs to be added to the hundreds part. Okay, are you getting that? So what about this hundreds part now? The method is same. 25 plus 11, that is 36, plus this one carry wala also. It makes it 37. So using the same method, we can have the value of x to be a two-digit number also, right? So that's how I can extend up to, if I know the square of 25, if I know square still 25, so I can go up to 50 plus 25, that is 75 square, and same way 50 minus 25, that is 25 square. तो बेसिकली अगर मुझे 25 तक के स्क्वायर्स आते हैं, सो मेरा 75 स्क्वायर तक का काम हो गया यूजिंग दिस मेथड. आर यू गेटिंग द पॉइंट? राइट? So let's apply it here as well. So as it was 50 plus 11, so corresponding part will be 50 minus 11, that is 39 square. Please calculate it fast. What is the value of 39 square? I got a message that 11 o'clock there is some other class also. Anyway, so let's finish it at this point. Maybe other class persons are waiting. They must be having same ID, na? That is the issue. Anyhow, so 39 square is 25 minus 11, that is 34, and plus 1 carry wala aa gaya, that makes it 15. 25 minus 11 is 1521, right? This is 1521. ठीक है ना? Okay. So 100 वाला बात फिर अभी आज छोड़ते हैं, आज नहीं करते हैं, sometime next time we will see. So let's end for the day. Thank you very much. So I shall end this live stream now. Yes, 1521 is the right answer, and I hope it is clear. So basically, अगर आपको 25 तक के squares याद हैं, then you can certainly go up to 75, and 100 तक वाला part जो है आप next time फिर कभी करते हैं. Okay, thank you. Good night. and you are having, by the way, another class, those who are having, so you can go with that. So I will check your leave. Hare Krishna. It was not 1581 there, Srinivas. It was 1521. No, Harshita. I guess no. CAT 26 की तो एक ही क्लास थी ना, वो दूसरे बैच की होगी हर्षिता. It's not for you. Thank you once again, everyone. Hare Krishna. So I am ending live stream from my end, and the other batch can continue with their class. Thank you once again.